There's a setup called a pink diving board, or at least that's what we call it, and it doesn't happen a whole lot, but I do want to identify it and show it to you and help you to recognize what it is, because it can gap down significantly and oftentimes does. And so I have three examples that I'll be showing you on the charts. The first one is right here, and basically a pink diving board is the Zip Pink line, which is your price barometer line, so it's the price. Typically it's a little more flat than this one. This one is, as it actually looks like a 2-day low angle up on a peak, if you want to describe the line. But the definition is that the pink is highest. It is typically a flatter line or a low angle up. It typically occurs after a green peak. And so you have that example shows you what a pink diving board looks like at the top of a cycle. They appear at the bottom as well, but the three I'm going to show you are all at the top. This one here is kind of down from the top, but it's basically a top of cycle diving board. And you can see there's a doji there, and the next day you got a really nice red candle, and then you got a really big gap, and then a second day as a red candle. And I'm firmly convinced if you look at the 20 moving average, I mean, you've got 4 green candles here that banged up against the 20 moving average and never made it over the top. And so the exchange gaps it up a little over the top, and then it goes down significantly. This red candle here went from 92.71 down to 89.32. So it's got this one had a pretty good drop in value. And then by the time you got to the close down here on the second day, you were at 86.22. So, but normally these things gap, and if you look at my third example, it's on the red line. The red vertical line is to the left of the diving board. I think I wanted to keep it there. The red vertical line is on the green peak, and the Zip Pink was underneath the green, and it would normally go down, or the two of them would go off together to the right. In this case here, the people in and out of the market, they started leaving the market because the Zip green is going down, but the price stayed up. And that's a classic divergent action. And so you can see what happens here. The next day you have a close at 51.28, and the big gap down has a close of 39.39. So it's dropped like $13. So this, more often than not, a diving board on the top will gap. Even if you go back to this one here, you had this very first one, you had the close at 78.31. It's a doji the next day, but it closed at 76.02. So it gapped down, you know, your $2 plus right there. So they're called pink diving boards, and if you run into them, take advantage of them.